Okay, this is the quotient rule. So we have here, we have x to the fifth over x to the third. So we're dividing. Well, we know when we're multiplying, we are adding the exponents. So what do you think we're doing when we're dividing the exponents? You guessed it, we are subtracting. But why? So let's see why that makes sense. So this equals x, 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 and x, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 over x, x, and x. Well, I can cross out the ones that we don't need, right? X over x, that cancels to 1, so that's gone. This one's gone. And that one's gone. So all I have left is x times x. Well, that's 1 and 1, right? X plus 1 equals x squared, right? And so I can see that instead, if I have this equals x to the 5 minus 3, that is equal to x squared. So now let's try something a little bit more substantial. Let's move this out of the way. Let's get you smaller. Bye-bye. Move you out of the way. Let's get you smaller. Let's bring this guy up. You guys can, uh-oh. Go. All right, now let's make it a little bigger because I'm not that good. So now we're going to do this one thing at a time. What I want to point out to you here is that these are just regular numbers. They're coefficients. So we can just simplify those regular. What is 12 divided by 3? Well, I know 12 divided by 3 is 4. So that is 4. All right, the next thing I have here is my x's, right? I have x2 over x1. So our new rule says, go back to back, that is x to the 2 minus 1. And then I would have my y's. So I can write that as y to the 4 minus 3. All right, so now let's simplify that. Going back to black. We have 4 x to the 2 minus 1 here is 1. So then I would have x to the first power, but we don't really, you don't typically write to the 1 power, right? We just have it as just plain old x, so I'll get rid of that. And then the same thing happens to here, this y, right? It's y to the 4 minus 3, which is 1, but we don't typically write the 1, so it is just, this whole thing would simplify down to 4xy, right? That would be our fabulous answer. What do you think? See if you can try some of those, and obviously ask your teacher, ask me if you have any questions. Thanks.